The first week of campaigning in Canada's federal election is coming to a close, and it hasn't been without drama. President Trump's latest tariff proposal has overshadowed much of the candidates' plans, prompting a phone call between Prime Minister Mark Carney and Trump. Carney has also been at the center of scrutiny this week, the latest accusation implying he plagiarized a thesis he wrote in the 90s. Tessa Bennett joins us in studio with more. Tessa, where did these claims come from?
Manisa, the National Post published an exclusive article after obtaining a copy of Carney's 1995 thesis for his doctorate in economics. Academics have looked it over and have varying opinions on whether it constitutes plagiarism. Regardless, his political opponents have been quick to pick it up. After Liberal Party leader and current Prime Minister Mark Carney set the ball rolling on an early federal election, candidates hit the ground running. The first 5 days of the race have brought tariffs and tension to the forefront. This morning, the National Post ran an article alleging Carney had plagiarized part of the thesis he wrote to gain his PhD from Oxford University. The publication had academics review the work, who concluded Carney used full quotes or slightly modified ones from prior works without citing them. The Liberal Party and Carney's doctoral supervisor from Oxford say it's a mischaracterization of his work. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre was quick to circulate the story online.
It's an election campaign and he's the front runner, and so everybody's trying to to weaken him any way they can. It's not just opponents throwing mud at each other or criticizing each other, it's journalists scrutinizing candidates.
The accusations come after a report alleged Carney registered investment funds from Brookfield Asset Management in Bermuda while he was co-chair, allowing investors to benefit from certain tax advantages. His party said the former central banker had not been involved with the firm in recent months.
Going into this campaign, it was clear that this was kind of an unknown factor, is how he would withstand the scrutiny of an election campaign.
All the while, Carney's work as PM has been pressing on, speaking with President Trump today after a 25% tariff on autos was imposed.
Today, President Trump and I spoke on the phone. We had a very constructive discussion, and we agreed to begin comprehensive negotiations about a new economic and security relationship between our two sovereign countries immediately following the federal election.
Trump agrees the call went well and notably dropped the rhetoric of referring to Canada as the 51st state and the leader as a governor.
But we had a very good talk, the Prime Minister and myself, and I think things are going to work out very well between Canada and the United States.
Poilievre was asked about the call and accused the Liberal Party of making Canada too reliant on the U.S., pledging to strengthen interprovincial trade and trade with other countries.
What is now clear is that it was a mistake over the last lost Liberal decade to weaken our economy and become more dependent on the Americans.
Meanwhile, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh announced today his government would bar corporations from buying existing affordable rental buildings should his party form government. He criticized both Carney and Poilievre's platforms, saying neither focused on the Canadian renter and instead prioritized developers. And the Green Party took to social media today to propose changes to Canada's tax system, pledging to tax the ultra-wealthy. Despite the seemingly positive call between Carney and Trump, the PM reiterated the fact that relations between the two countries remain fractured and it will take time to bounce back.